Hi and welcome. I'm Jansson from Japanese Acupuncture Brisbane and Acupuncture Gold Coast, and I'd like to take a couple of minutes of your time and talk to you about Japanese acupuncture and the treatment of sprained ankle. One of the most common injuries per se, regardless of whether it's sporting in origin or just an injury that's occurred as a result of rolling off the edge of a gutter or treading on an odd shaped or sized object. In my experience, I've treated some extraordinarily severe cases of sprained ankle from elite tennis players in the world to elite AFL, Australian rules football players, swimmers, the ankle injury resulting from their training on dry land as distinct from their training in the pool, and everyday people like myself who have incurred the injury as a result of putting the foot down in the wrong way at the wrong time and rolling the ankle to such a degree that it becomes very, very difficult to maintain normal movement. Without question, the results in treatment over the years, over the 30 years I've been in practice in the treatment of sprained ankle, have been quite extraordinary. The most famous ankle that I've worked on would be that of the world's #1 women's tennis player, Serena Williams, who's had a phenomenal year. But I did several treatments on Serena earlier this year when she was in Brisbane competing in the women's tennis tournament up here. I believe she was very happy with treatment, having expressed the desire to study acupuncture after her tennis career had finished. I don't know whether that was tongue-in-cheek, but it was certainly nice to hear. Another aspect of traditional Japanese acupuncture that is marked in the treatment of sprained ankles is the radical deflation of the inflammation, how quickly the inflammation in the ankle will go down after treatment with the traditional acupuncture. Again, it's not rocket science. It's not a unique form of treatment in that sense, but it is incredibly effective in the treatment of a sprained ankle. One instance that comes to mind was many, many years ago. I was working with a rugby league team, and we were going into the semi-finals. It was a must-win game, and one of the players, one of the forwards, a second rower, came to me on the Thursday night before we played on the Sunday. He'd been playing touch football and he had sprained his ankle terribly. Fortunately, he came to me straight away after incurring the injury, which was a big plus, to be able to treat or utilise acupuncture within the first hour after the injuries incurred. In my experience, it really accelerates the recovery from the injury. This was a very heavy-duty sprained ankle. In normal circumstances, I doubt very much that we would have got him onto the playing field, but this was a must-win game to get into the grand final for a whole season's work. And he didn't dare front up to the coach and say that he'd sprained his ankle playing touch football 3 days before this very important game. So we worked actually twice a day. We worked on the Thursday night and twice on the Friday, twice on the Saturday, and then again on the Sunday morning before the game. I'm absolutely delighted to report that he actually completed the entire game on his badly sprained ankle. We had it taped up well and securely, but certainly without that type of treatment, I doubt he would have been able to make it onto the paddock. There have been several instances where I've treated people with similar conditions or similar severity of conditions where recovery has been certainly aided and abetted by the application of traditional Japanese acupuncture. This is Alan from Acupuncture Gold Coast and Japanese Acupuncture Brisbane saying thank you, and we'll catch you later.